to graph this ellipse, we'll take their word it's an ellipse, but we have to put it into standard form so we can see what the center is and how far it goes in the x and y directions. So to do that, let's add this term to both sides, effectively moving it to the left side of the equal sign. And we get that 2 times y plus the square root of 5 squared plus 5 times x plus the square root of 5 squared equals 10. Now in standard form, it equals 1, so we have to divide both sides by 10 so that this equation equals 1. So we divide both sides by 10, and that's the same as dividing every term in the equation by 10. Then we can cancel, and 2 goes into 10 5 times, so this is y plus the square root of 5 squared divided by 5 plus x plus the square root of 5 squared divided by 5 goes into 10 twice, and that equals 1. So now we're almost in standard form, but the denominators aren't squared, so we can write 5 as the square root of 5 squared, and we can write 2 as the square root of 2 squared. The plus is equal to minus a minus, so the center of this ellipse is x is equal to negative square root of 5, and y is equal to negative square root of 5. I just noticed my x and y terms are kind of reversed. So let's reverse these two terms. And I'm simply reversing the two terms so the x term comes first. So it looks even more like it's in standard form. Okay, and the semi-minor axis is the square root of 2. By the way, the square root of 2 is about 1.414, and the square root of 5 is about 2.236. So now we have enough information that we can graph this ellipse. Okay, the center is at negative square root of 5, negative square root of 5. And let's see what we've got. So the square root of 5 is about 2.236. So let's go 1, 2, 3. So 2.236 is right about here. And then that's the y-coordinate of the center. And the x-coordinate is the same, negative 1, negative 2. And if this is negative 3, it's negative 2.4 about. So the center of this ellipse is right here. And the x extent, it goes out to the square root of 2 in the x direction. It goes out to the square root of 5 in the y direction, which is means it touches the x-axis right there. That's the x extent. And if we come down, there's the other extent in the y direction. In the x direction, it goes out to, from the center, 1.414. So from the center point, we subtract the square root of 2. So we go to 0.8 about 0.8. So that's about the x extent on both sides. So this ellipse looks something like this. Let me draw in the semi-major and semi-minor axes here. The semi-minor axis is the x-extent, that's the square root of 2. The semi-major axis, that's sort of half of the y-extent, is the square root of 5. So there we have the graph of this ellipse.